Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive into the drama that's been unfolding in the world of college football, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you enjoy the content. And hey, feel free to share it with your friends, especially if they're Ohio State fans who need to hear some tough love. Alright, let's get into it. So, here's the scoop. Nick Saban. Yeah, the Nick Saban, the Alabama head coach who's basically a football deity, has some choice words for Ohio State fans. And I'm talking about the fans who are still salty over their team's tough loss to Michigan this season. You'd think they'd be more focused on their upcoming college football playoff showdown with top-seeded Oregon at the Rose Bowl. But nope, a lot of them just can't get over that 13-10 loss to the Wolverines, who, by the way, had a less than stellar 7-5 season. And Saban, well, he's not having it. He went off during his appearance on the Pat McAfee show, saying that Ohio State fans have this psychotic obsession with Michigan that's actually clouding their judgment about the bigger picture. You know, like the fact that they're still in the CFP, and they've got a legit shot at the national championship. But, of course, instead of celebrating that, a lot of fans are so stuck on that Michigan game, they're acting like the season's over. Saban didn't hold back, saying they need to go get therapy to try to get it fixed. I mean, wow, that's some brutal honesty right there. But it gets even juicier. Folks, Saban went on to explain how the Buckeyes are actually one of the most talented teams in the country, if they just play up to their potential. He even said after their dominant 42-17 win over Tennessee, "I think this is probably the most talented team if they play to the standard and the level. Offense, defense, they pretty much got it all." That's high praise from one of the greatest coaches in the game. And you know what? Saban's got a point. Ohio State is sitting pretty with a chance to go all the way. But instead of rallying behind their coach and players, there's this weird negativity festering within the fanbase. Saban, once again, pulled no punches. If Ohio State wants to beat Michigan, they need to be positive about their coach and their players. He said during ESPN College Game Day, "Everybody ought to be supporting the hell out of them so that they have the best opportunity to do it. And quit all this negative bull *****. You know, just a little tough love from Coach Saban there. Of course, this all comes after ESPN's Kirk Herbstreit stirred the pot himself, calling out Ohio State's lunatic fringe, those fans who want to see head coach Ryan Day out of the picture after the 4 straight losses to Michigan. Let's just say, things got a little heated. But after Ohio State's blowout win over Tennessee, the mood shifted. For now, it's all eyes on New Year's Day and the Rose Bowl, where Ohio State will take on Oregon. Last time these two teams met, Oregon squeaked out a nail-biting 32-31 win. So, no pressure, right? But if Ohio State loses this one, especially in a blowout, I can already hear the fans sharpening their pitchforks. So, what do you think? Is Saban right about Ohio State fans needing a little therapy and some positivity? Or are they justified in being frustrated with Michigan? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow college football fans. Catch you in the next one. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of college football, or just love the drama, emotion, and heart that Deion Sanders brings, this one's for you. But before we dive into the emotional rollercoaster that is the Sanders family's final game together at Colorado, be sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and share this with all your friends who are ready for an epic finale. Let's get into it. Alright, folks, we've reached the moment that no one really wanted to think about, Deion Sanders coaching his sons, Shedeur and Shiloh, for the final time at Colorado. This is the grand finale of what's been one of the most captivating chapters in college football. And, yeah, I know you're thinking it, how is Coach Prime going to handle it? Well, according to him, he doesn't even know. Deion spoke ahead of the Alamo Bowl matchup against BYU. And you could hear the emotion in his voice. It's gonna be something to behold. He said, "I don't know how I'm gonna handle it. I know Travis Hunter is gonna trigger me. I know it because he always does. And he's gonna bring tears out of my eyes. I mean, come on, how can you not feel the weight of that moment?" His sons have been with him since youth football, through high school, Jackson State, and now at Colorado. This is the end of an era. And while the emotion is real, Coach Prime knows this game is also a stepping stone for his sons. It means they're going to another level, another chapter of life, and they're gonna soar. That's the vision, right? That's the hope. The family's story continues, but it's moving to a new stage. Now, speaking of the game itself, the Alamo Bowl is shaping up to be one of the most intriguing non-playoff bowl games of the year. Colorado, after a 9-3 season and a first-place finish in the Big 12, is set to face BYU, and it's got a bit of a People's Big 12 Championship vibe. Why? Well, both teams finished tied for first in the Big 12, but because of tiebreaker rules, the real Big 12 championship game already happened, with Arizona State pulling off a surprising victory over Iowa State. So, BYU and Colorado are essentially fighting for bragging rights here. It's an important game for both teams. And don't think for a second that Deion Sanders isn't treating it as such. He's got a point to prove, especially given the low preseason predictions for both teams. He even dropped a truth bomb: "We're taking it serious, because we were predicted not to be here by some of you wonderful folks in the news media." And while we're talking about Coach Prime's big picture vision, let's take a moment to reflect on how far he's taken this Colorado program. Before his arrival, the team was 1-11. But after just one season, he's turned them into a legitimate contender, finishing the year strong in the Big 12. But if he hadn't accepted the Colorado job, well, that's a different story. Would Travis Hunter have won the Heisman Trophy at Jackson State? Would Shedeur Sanders be considered a top 10 NFL draft pick? Deion gave credit where it's due. I'm thankful that Rick George gave me the opportunity. Because if not, we wouldn't have had a Heisman Trophy winner. Now, off the field, the fun doesn't stop. Deion Sanders and BYU head coach Kalani Sitake have become close friends over the years. And that's clear from the playful banter between the two during their press conference. Sanders, in his usual bold style, showed up wearing white coveralls and sunglasses. And of course, he couldn't help but admire Sitake's outfit. His shoe game is on point today as well. Sanders said, "He's got the jacket. I had no idea. But it's not like I would have changed anyway. But he's looking really good. And he's won the dress-up match today." But don't worry, Coach Prime wasn't too mad about it. And speaking of heartwarming moments, there's a special fan, Peggy Copham, who'll be attending the game. She's 100 years old and a superfan of Colorado football. Sanders promised to get her to a bowl game. And here she is, sitting next to him at a luncheon. If that doesn't make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside, I don't know what will. So, it's all coming down to the Alamo Bowl this Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This will be the last game with Coach Prime leading his sons. And it's sure to be an emotional ride for everyone involved. So, what do you think, folks? Are you ready for one last Sanders family football moment at Colorado? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are following this incredible journey. Until next time, let's see how the Sanders family wraps up this historic season. What's up, Bears fans? Welcome back to the channel. If you're here because you're tired of the constant disappointment and maybe even the sell the team chants, then buckle up, this one's for you. But before we dive into the chaos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this with all your fellow Bears fans who need a little support right now. Alright, let's get into it. Main content. Well, Chicago Bears. What can I say? The season started off with some glimmer of hope at 4-2. But it's quickly spiraled into a complete dumpster fire. I mean, where do we even start? Head coach Matt Eberflus? Gone. Offensive coordinator Shane Waldron? See ya. And let's not forget general manager Ryan Poles. He's catching heat for putting together a roster that's been, let's just say, underwhelming. But it hit rock bottom during Thursday Night Football when the Bears managed to score a grand total of just one field goal, yes, one, against the Seattle Seahawks in a 6-3 loss. That's right, not only did they get embarrassed on primetime TV, but it was the Bears' 10th straight loss of the season. I'm not even sure if that's still a football game or just a nightmare. And you can bet that the frustration from the fans was off the charts. Soldier Field, which has been home to countless Bears heartbreaks, heard the unmistakable sound of fans chanting, "Sell the team," and honestly, Can you blame them? This is a franchise that hasn't won a playoff game since 2011. Since then, they've gone through 4 head coaches and 3 general managers. And, yeah, let's just say it's been a bit of a mess. After the game, quarterback Caleb Williams, who's just trying to survive his first year in Chicago, was asked about the Chants. His response? Well, he gets it. I've only been here. This is only my first year. Williams said, their frustrations go way longer back than I've been here. My job is to go out there and win games. Can't really argue with that, right? It's his first year, and he's just trying to get his footing in a chaotic situation. Then there's DJ Moore. The Bears receiver also feels the pain. Speaking on 670 The Score, Moore said, you see it, but you really can't have no reaction to it. Because they're our fans. They love us. Right now, we aren't doing too well. I can understand their frustration. They paid good money to come see us play and win games. And we haven't. There's some real truth in those words. Fans pay a lot of money to see their team succeed. And right now, the Bears are giving them, well, not much to cheer about. Thursday night's gut-wrenching loss was the final home game of a season that's been nothing short of dismal. The Bears have been locked in a tailspin. And now all eyes are on the offseason. Can they turn this ship around in 2025? Well, there's a lot of work to do. That's for sure. New leadership, fresh talent, and a major overhaul are just the tip of the iceberg if they hope to make this team competitive again. Closing remarks. So, what do you think, Bears fans? Is it time for a complete reset, or do you have faith that the team can turn it around in the next year? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you liked this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more Chicago Bears content. Share it with your friends who are feeling the pain right alongside you. And let's keep the conversation going. Catch you in the next one. What's up, Steelers Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're tired of the same old storylines and are looking for an honest breakdown of the Pittsburgh Steelers' current state, you're in the right place. Today, we've got a spicy take from Mark Madden that calls out head coach Mike Tomlin and the entire Steelers team for their recent failings. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and share this video with fellow Steelers fans who might be ready for some tough truths. Alright, let's dive in. Steelers fans, it's time for some real talk. Mark Madden, the longtime Pittsburgh sports writer, isn't holding back. After the Steelers' third straight loss, Madden came out swinging, criticizing everything from the talent, or lack thereof, on the roster to Mike Tomlin's coaching style. And you know Madden doesn't mince words. So when he speaks, people listen. First off, Madden didn't just call out the players, he went after Tomlin's coaching tactics. 2. According to him, Tomlin's inability to adapt and lack of nuance in his coaching is becoming a glaring issue. Now, this isn't the first time Madden has raised concerns about Tomlin. In fact, he's been one of the coach's harshest critics for years. But this time, he's got some hard stats to back up his words. Here's the cold, hard truth. This is the 4th time in the past 6 years that the Steelers have lost 3 straight games in December. Let that sink in for a second. December used to be the time when the Steelers thrived. But now it feels like they're stumbling to the finish line every year. And, get this, it's the 5th time in the past 7 years that the Steelers have gone on a losing streak after Thanksgiving. These numbers aren't just bad, they're becoming a disturbing trend. What does that tell us? Other teams seem to get better as the season goes on. They adjust, they improve. The Steelers, however, seem to be stuck in neutral. And it's starting to look like that's part of the Tomlin era's legacy. When we look back, we might just remember the Steelers as a team that couldn't capitalize when it mattered most. Even though the Steelers secured a playoff spot this season, Madden's point is clear. This team is backing into the playoffs with a major slide. If they're going to make any noise in the postseason, they're going to need a serious wake-up call. Because right now, this looks more like a team hoping for a miracle rather than one that's ready to compete for a championship. And let's be real, Steelers fans, we've been here before. This is becoming a familiar pattern. The team makes it to the postseason, but they're limping in, and it's tough to imagine them making it far if they don't start showing some consistency and, most importantly, improvement. So, Steelers Nation, what do you think? Are you as frustrated as Mark Madden is with the current state of the team? Or do you believe Tomlin can still turn this around in the postseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more Steelers content. Let's keep the conversation going, and I'll see you in the next video.